So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
In a few weeks.
This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh,
So let's take a look.
I'm gonna be depressed by the end of this. Maybe I should say empathetic. Or sympathetic. I don't know which one it is. The Tower. Okay. Oh.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world.
This reminds me of
It's a very
Saruman's
cold
Tower.
game.
Where he fights Gandalf and then Gandalf goes, woo! He wasn't saying that. He was in pain. It wasn't a happy moment. So I guess there's a comparison.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh!
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Very.
The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try that. That's. Hey! This reminds me of in Portal. What was it? I played it anyway. No, it wasn't Portal. It was the Stanley Parable. It looks like the walls. Why did I think Portal? I don't know where that came from. I'm thinking it was the same maker. Then it's yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, thanks. I can't. Why won't this? What? That changed. There we go. There we go. Boom, I don't even have to walk.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Okay. That's
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean,
No.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Man.
I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yes, the 3 dots!
And he wouldn't.
First time those are mentioned.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me
I'm the reason
anymore.
that you stopped making games, aren't I?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I wonder at
I don't
times
think
whether
I
you
ever
think
told
I'm
you
making
this.
these games for you.
But when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. Oh my gosh.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important.
If there's an answer,
They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
I thought he had the lamppost. I thought he put the lamppost at the end. That doesn't make sense to me.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Struggling to come up with new ideas and not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated, broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't see anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, Is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Is that it? Epilogue. Man. Oh.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Oh. Oh, here it is. I didn't even see this. I don't even know what to say.
Solution.
I am speechless. Like, I have no words right now.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
This reminds me of that scene in Captain America Civil War. You know what I'm talking about. Now it doesn't.
What now? I think I need to go.
Yes.
And
I don't know.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Bye. Why I have to walk through the arches, I don't know. What are these? I'm guessing he made this game. Davey. We're back here. You know, I was wondering at the beginning of this game, because he's like, oh, these are games by a guy I know, Coda. Did he I was wondering then if he had permission to share these games. It was just a thought in the back of my head, but then I automatically assumed that he did, but I guess not. Man. Am I gonna go through the ceiling again? Yep. Man. I don't have a thought to convey, like... No, let me rephrase that. I don't have words to convey what I'm thinking and feeling right now. Like, this is so sad. He's so sorry. But for every night there is a sunrise.
Turn back.
Oh man.
Back from this cave.
I didn't know it was gonna end on such a sad note.
Let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
But I thought that because he said, "Will you stop adding lampposts?" I thought Coda had done that, and he started putting them at the end of every.
And you're so tired.
I don't know.
But I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
I guess this is one of those instances where people want solutions to things. Like a game that's unplayable, people don't like. I mean, some people might, but I guess that was just Coda's preference. And that's what he liked. That's what he liked about the games, or like those first few games. Wasn't really anything to them, but it's what he liked. It's what he liked to do. And then Davey, he's just like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And I guess can try to convince him that that's what it shouldn't be like. And Coda, I guess he started to listen to it, and then as he started to listen, he was deteriorating because that's not what he wanted. It was like against his better judgment. This is what it should be. And basically, I don't know if this was the point of it or not, but basically you gotta be you. Like, don't let other people try and change you. I know this is like from the other point of view. Instead of someone tearing you down, this is someone that had, I guess in words, tore someone else down. And just, I loved these games though. They were so unique, and I wish, especially that note one, if that was an online game, I would buy it. Like, all you do is leave notes around. Like, it's totally pointless, yet it has a point. Like, but oh man, I hope that things are resolved for them. Like, he did, without his permission, put out these games, but he's trying to say sorry. And he's trying to apologize, and he's trying to be friends again, and who knows if Coda's made more games. Maybe he's made tons of games by now, and he just doesn't share them with anything. Maybe Coda just liked making prison games. Well, on that note, I'm going to end this episode, which is the end of the game. This is a sad game. It was a cool game in the beginning, and it ended on a sad note. Am I disappointed? No. Am I regretting playing the game? Having it? No, I'm not. Will I play it again? Probably not. This is like a story. It's kinda, you read it one time, and I'm not much of a rereader, so I don't think I would play this again, but it's definitely a lesson. This isn't just a game for him trying to reach out to Coda. This is a lesson for everyone. In a way, I guess, because just because you see something one way doesn't mean it is that way. Just because it looks the way it is doesn't mean that's what it is. You may see it one way, but it could be another way. It could be something totally different. You don't see it from their point of view. So on that note, I'll end this, and I'll let you get on with your lives after watching this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!